All right, all right. Folks, welcome to episode 15 of Live from the Ley Line. Just one quick little intro for you. I need you to like, I need you to subscribe. 5 stars. We need it. Okay. It powers us up. It lets us continue doing this, makes us feel validated, gives me a tiny little bit of dopamine rush. We need it. Come on. It takes 2 seconds. Also, if you have a hankering for a sticker, and you've got a water bottle or something to slap it on, you should probably subscribe to the Patreon because we're sending them out monthly. So hop on there, $5, make you holla, get on there. Let's do it. All right, enjoy the pod. All right, welcome, folks, to episode 15 of
Yes,
Live from
sir.
the Ley Line. Sorry it took us so long to pump out this 15th episode. It's the start of summer. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, you
We're
know how
out
it
here having
goes.
fun. It's warm. Okay.
It is
Hot girl
very
summertime.
warm.
But Avery, how have you been, my friend?
I've been great. How have you been?
I've been good. Working
Oh
like a
yeah.
dog, but
Yep.
I've been good, man.
Hell yeah. Coors
So,
Banquet?
oh, a little bit of Coors Banquet, yeah.
Yes, sir.
150 years of greatness. Okay.
Yep.
It's the best they'll ever have. Little Coors Light.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. You're still splashing around in the kiddie pool, and that's all right.
All
One day.
right, bro.
No, no.
Above ground pool that you like can buy from like Walmart.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to drink all of that water in that pool?
Um, well, let's do some math. It's at least a shitload of water.
Right?
So I'd say if I could drink it in like 2 weeks. Because how many gallons?
2 weeks.
How many gallons is that? You're supposed to drink at least a gallon a day,
I
right?
know.
14. No, it's not 14 gallons. Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't
Just think
know.
about like an above ground pool, bro. I don't know. It's got to be like 50 gallons,
Is it
60
fresh?
gallons.
Is it like clean drinking water or is it nasty shit? Make me sick.
That's up to your imagination. I was just wondering how long you think it would take you.
Okay.
I
If it's
think
clean drinking water and I'm drinking it every day, I could maybe get it done in like, because it's not 50 gallons. It's probably at least, because think about a 50-gallon fish tank, because they sell those and
true.
they're like big wall fish
That's what I'm
tanks, but they're
saying, bro.
not as big as that pool.
I think it would take me like 10 months to do that shit.
Yeah, that might be a year's supply of water for a regular human, not including showers, just drinking
Yeah.
water.
Yep.
Um, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
just been a little thing going around on the medias.
It's talking about how long it would take you.
Yeah.
A frat group of frat boys could get that water done quick,
Yes.
and they'd end up killing the fucking hazing boys, but the water would be gone. Uh,
Oh shit.
Jesus. All right, enough of this debauchery. Let's get down to brass tacks, Avery.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Bill Gates for a minute.
Gates of
Probably the whole
hell.
time.
Yes, sir.
The whole time. You were the one that had the idea. Talk about a little Gates action. I know you had mentioned what drew your attention to him most recently was the mosquito farms or the mosquito
Yeah.
factories that he's got going on. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah. So I've always known that like big ass corporations take in mosquitoes and genetically modify them and release them back into the wild, which is kind of insane in itself, you know?
Yeah.
Because like what the fuck, they could do whatever the fuck they want to the mosquitoes, you know?
Right. Like what kind of patent do they have on these
Right,
genetically modified mosquitoes?
right. But I just recently learned that one of the main owners in Colombia is Bill Gates and these mosquito foundations, corporations, I mean, and he releases like 300,000 genetically modified mosquitoes a week into the wild.
Mm,
And
yeah.
of course, California and New York are two places that approved to have mosquitoes re-released into their environment.
So I did a little bit of research about this topic, and
Yeah,
what I found, and I went to like the Gates Notes website and read
yeah,
that's like his forum or whatever. search engine, and I went on there, and what they're saying, the use for these genetically modified mosquitoes, because they can't get disease, they can't carry things like malaria and meningitis. I think were the
Yeah.
two diseases that they were talking about most.
Yeah.
Um, and dude, meningitis is brutal. If you ever heard about it, it's like a brain infection. It's
Oh yeah.
fucking, it sounds terrifying. It's like the closest thing we probably have to like a fucking zombie virus. 'Cause
Yeah.
your brain shuts down and your body just fucking goes feral.
Oh
But
yeah, dude. I've heard of viral meningitis. I had someone that I knew that was kind of close to me who got it one time, and I didn't realize it was such a big deal. Like that can
yeah,
kill you pretty
yeah,
easily.
dude, it's terrifying. It's scary stuff. It is. But so what they are doing essentially is they're taking these mosquitoes that they grow in these labs that are unable to carry these diseases,
Yeah.
and they're pumping them out into these places in super high numbers so that they go and breed with the mosquitoes that do carry the virus. And so that hopefully in 4, 5, 6 mosquito generations, which is every year,
Yeah.
you're going to end up having no mosquitoes that'll carry these diseases.
That's all fine and dandy, except
Yeah.
for the fact that Bill Gates is a globalist
And
and
a
he
eugenicist.
yeah, and he
Yeah,
thinks that the Earth is too populated.
exactly. He's always thought that.
So that's kind of scary.
Yeah, yeah. I know it. I know
But
it. It's fucked up.
that's just a small little friendly intro to our friend Bill Gates.
Yeah, Bill
I
Gates.
mean,
Ah,
it goes the tip there's that's the
he's a
tip of the
sweetheart.
iceberg right there.
Yeah.
Dude, I love when Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan are talking about Bill Gates and Joe Rogan says, I bet you he looks like if you would tape two fingers together, you could just stab him like a balloon. He's like such a weird figure.
Stab him like a balloon.
He's like, I bet I could kill him with two fingers. Definitely a thumb.
Jesus Christ. This was Theo or Joe saying this?
Joe said it.
Wow. Joe probably could. Joe's made of
Yeah.
rock and
Yeah, he is.
steel.
Yep. And TRT.
TRT and
Um,
horse medication.
yeah.
That's what he's made out of.
But anyways, like I said, if you don't know, Bill Gates has publicly said many times that he thinks the Earth is way too overpopulated. And
Yep.
we've actually talked about this before. It's a huge myth. Um, the Earth being overpopulated is not true. There's enough room in several US states to give
Yep.
everyone a small house with a plot of land in one state, like Texas, for example, and Alaska.
Yep.
Whole entire Earth population could live
Exactly.
there. Um, but just a really crooked, sick, twisted guy. You have any points you want to go off on?
Yeah, well, so you made the point about us not being overpopulated,
Yeah.
and I believe that's true because and they make it seem like we're overpopulated because they pack people into these cities that
Yes, yes.
are overpopulated. And for the space that it is, you need some
Yeah.
space to live. You can't
Yep.
just pack everybody into this small spot. And so they give the illusion that it's overpopulated and that not everybody could fit. But I think the figure is in Texas. You can fit everybody in their own house
Yep.
in Texas. Every person in the world can have their own house in Texas
Yep.
and enough room. And so what they do is that's a lie that they push, these globalists, who Bill Gates is most certainly a globalist.
Yeah.
And they push this idea that there is too many people, not enough resources. They create scarcity, and that allows them to then, enforce laws like a carbon tax or something on a
Yes.
person to make them think that, oh shit, I'm using too much carbon when there's plenty of fucking carbon or like coal to go around and carbon that could be in the atmosphere. Yet they put
Yes.
this tax on it so that they can get money off of you.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's another way to tax you.
Yep. No, I think packing cities is bad in a lot of ways. When I was a kid, I thought it would be really cool to live in a city. I always said I wanted to move to a city because
Me
I was
too.
bored of the like country life. Now at
Yep.
this age, all I want is a fat ass, you know, farm
Fuck
with
yeah,
a
me
big ass
too, dude.
house and property. But
Like imagine that place back behind Silt, just a big ass plot of land back there,
yeah.
a creek, and you just got what you need.
Oh yeah. But anyways, it's bad in a lot of ways because first of all, it's just so unsanitary. Every
Yeah,
city you go to is absolutely disgusting,
fucking stinks.
filthy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Um,
every city I've traveled to fucking smells.
yeah. When you cram people on top of each other like that, more crimes happen because people are just going insane from too much exposure all the time, you know? You
Right.
need peace of mind.
Well, and also, have you ever heard there was a study that was done for like people in a crowd won't react the same as an individual will. And
Yes.
so that you don't have the same kind of crime in a town where everybody knows each other because somebody's going to act on that shit and be like, hey, what the fuck? You can't act like that. But when there's a
Yeah.
crowd of people, nobody knows each other, something bad's happening, there's this diffusion of responsibility about what's going on in front of you,
Yep.
and nobody acts. And I think that's what you get in cities is
Yeah.
just this like super common baseline, like I don't know what the word is, like a neutralness that everybody
Yeah.
has. They
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
what's going on around them.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. Desensitizing them.
Yep, I
And
think that's the word.
there's a reason that traffic makes you so mad, you know?
Yeah, fuck traffic. God,
It's
I get
I
in
hate
such
it
a
too.
bad mood almost immediately when some
Me
traffic
too.
happens.
Yeah. And so it's just a perfect storm. You sit in traffic all the time, you stand in lines everywhere,
Yeah.
and it just brings out aggression in people,
Yeah. You're
you know?
spending like most of your life doing things that people hate.
Yeah.
You live most of your life at the DMV,
Yeah.
waiting in traffic, waiting in line at
Yeah.
places.
No, totally. Yeah.
It's
Not a
fucked
big
up.
fan of cities.
No, God, no. That sounds terrible to me.
They're cool for nightlife, I guess, but
And that's why you live close enough to a city that you can travel up and go have some nightlife every month or two.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's not where you embed yourself. There's ways to
So,
do that.
bit of a side tangent, but anyways, we're just explaining that we are not overpopulated.
No,
Just because we
no.
live in like mice and stack each other in cities is doesn't mean shit, you know.
Yep. Yep.
But
Well, and yeah, bringing it back, it's these globalists essentially, these people at the World Economic Forum who are all coming to these meetings together and coming up with these ideas how society is going to be set up. And they have a lot of these like trying to think what the principles are. Very like binary systems. Like there's the people that have and there's the have nots that will serve,
yeah,
and it's like, and that's just the way we're made. I didn't make us like that. Sorry. But here you
yeah,
go. I have all the money, so you have to serve us.
yep,
And that's what they're trying to move towards. You're gonna eat bugs and like it.
yeah. Well, oh, and another good point about cities is based upon the size of like your county, I think it is, you get higher voting power in the election,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So what you see all the time is just because a city is like packed full of not that many people, but one little city has way more electoral votes than the
Yep.
rest of the countryside of the state.
Yep.
So what happens all the time is one little dot of a city on the map, if you're looking at a map, one little dot is blue and it has enough power to overcome the rest of the state, which is red, or
Yep.
vice versa.
All based on
But
that population just packed into that little blue dot,
yeah,
that bright blue dot.
yep.
um,
So that's probably a move. That's
I was gonna
probably
say I think that's done
strategically
on
placed.
purpose. I think that's a
Yeah.
chess move. And I think that's what those pieces do is they flip the vote. They're like, here, set up a city right here. Get your people to come to the city with crazy cool shit.
Yep.
A big giant neon glowing city that everybody is fucking drawn to.
Yeah, yeah, true. The
You
lights.
know?
It's like speaking of mosquitoes, bro.
Yes,
It's the
we're like bugs,
lights.
dude. We're like
Dude, every
bugs.
time I pull up to Vegas, I'm like, whoa.
You're like, wow, I can't
Damn, I
believe
can't
it,
believe you whipped my ass twice in chess. I gotta get my get backs, bro.
dude. I
God
was
damn it.
feeling good that day. I can't believe it either, folks. Yeah, I ran it back twice on the fucking chess club guy over here.
Yeah, back when I was a little private schooler, I was in chess club and I got my ass whooped.
I I, I probably haven't played chess very much in my life at all. Like I could probably count the games of chess I've played on my hands and toes.
Yeah.
Maybe over 20 games. I'm not sure, but either
Not if
way,
your shoes were on.
I was playing good. I was playing very good.
Yeah. If your shoes are on, you wouldn't be able to count your toes, but
They just count as one. Oh, Jesus.
Uh, Bill Gates.
But yes, so Bill Gates, this motherfucker. So, folks, just want to give you a little like baseline about this dude. He is a trust fund nepo baby 110%. Like his mom was this banker, this trust fund banker lady who got it from Bill Gates' grandpa, That was the business guy. His mom probably took over what the father was doing, and then his dad was a lawyer. And so I'm sure they were
Yeah.
all in bed with each other. The dad was representing these bankers. They were making money hand over fist.
Yep.
And that's where Bill Gates comes from. And his parents used to say he would spend like an alarming amount of time in his room by himself, just like thinking.
Yeah.
That's what he said he would do. He's thinking.
Huh.
He was just a fucking weird kid. He would just sit up there.
Little fucking nerd.
Yeah, dude, fucking nerd. I'll tell
Just
you that
kidding.
much. Oh, Lord. But I don't know. So from a young age, he's just always been in this bubble, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This rich person bubble where you don't get to see how the world works.
Yeah.
You're not having a run-in with common man at all because you're in that top, 1%.
Yeah.
The 1% of the 1%, because most of the people in our country constitute the 1% of
Yeah, true.
the world anyways. But these people live in this bubble and never have exposure to real life problems. And so then they think they have to take it upon themselves because they know how things work so well to inflict change, And that's what
Yeah.
makes them into these globalists. It's like, well, I have it so well and I'm so successful. I have to tell everybody else how to get here. But it's like, dude, you had your stairs built for you up there to the top. You didn't learn how to build stairs.
Yeah.
You were just walking up stairs that were built for you.
Yeah. Great analogy. Um, yeah, I mean, not to mention he is literally the owner of like millions of sweatshops,
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah.
I remember that was a big thing was how Bill Gates would push for all this you know, higher pay, just the typical left ideology. And it's like, huh, that's interesting because you're paying children 1 cent per day
Yeah.
to make phones.
Well, and I think that's why they do it. It's the same reason he opened up the WHO and is funneling a bunch of his money into this charity is because he wants to look really good on the surface, have a fucking, a tax shield that he's got. And so that nobody ever, questions the bad things that he's doing. They look at him and they say, oh, well, he's pushing for higher wage. He's a good man.
Yeah.
They don't look past that and say, but he's doing all this other shit on the other side. Like, why does he need to? Like, it sounds like he's more bad than good,
Yeah.
you know?
100%. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the big dogs, another funny side note is Elon Musk and Zuckerberg have officially agreed to have a cage fight.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Is Joe gonna commentate?
Dude, we gotta pitch that.
He better. He
He's
better.
gotta commentate it.
He better. And Bruce Buffer better do the fucking official calling.
Yes,
Come on,
yes.
let's make it like it should be. God, that would be so sick.
Right?
I feel like Zuckerberg is gonna get him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, he trains a lot.
Yeah, Zuckerberg just got a gold medal in a fucking jujitsu like tournament, local
Yeah,
jujitsu. Like changed his name. He's been training. Got a black
yeah,
belt. I'm pretty sure maybe under a black belt.
yeah.
Got a pretty high level belt
No,
and
yeah,
went
he's
in.
actually interested in it.
It's sick. It's cool to see, man.
Yeah.
It's cool to see. He's a creepy lizard person, but it's cool to see the lizard
Yeah.
person playing the simulation like it
Yeah.
should be.
Totally.
God. Speaking of him, really quick, just a small tangent.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that video that he made where he's like sitting in front of his room area and there's the bookshelf and he's got like barbecue sauce on the bookshelf?
I don't think so.
And dude, there were all these memes and it was like, yes, this is how humans decorate. And it's like the
Oh my
barbecue sauce on.
God.
It's like these lizard people decorating. It's so fucking funny. It's ridiculous. Did like
No,
a
that's
whole Skype meeting with
awesome.
barbecue sauce just chilling behind him on the shelf.
On a bookshelf.
Yeah.
But he's got like a spatula on a plaque above his bed instead of a gun or some shit.
A spatula. He's just a super big fucking SpongeBob fan. All
Yeah.
right. He just likes to have that thing on him. That's funny, man. Sorry, small little elite tangent, you know. We got to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about him every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And that is just weird that he's going and doing tournaments now. And if there is really a fight between Musk and Zuckerberg, that's Jesus Christ, they're going to make a lot of money.
That would be insane. That would be the
It's the
I
fight
hate
of the
to say
year
it, but that would be the biggest fight ever.
ever. That's bigger than fucking Tyson and Holyfield. That's
Yeah.
bigger than Ali and fucking Liston.
Yeah.
Shit where he's standing over him, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on now. That shit would be way too big.
The prize is who gets to rule over the 400 million slaves when they depopulate the earth.
That's written in the contract, the
Yeah.
subtitles.
Yep.
Oh Lord. That's the the stipulation is whoever wins gets to go to Mars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh shit. I can't wait to see that unfold.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty excited for that. Man.
Have you
But
seen the little short clip, and it's like an animated video, and like Elon taking all the Joe Rogans and everything to Mars. And when
yep,
they get there, fucking
Goggins.
David Goggins, too slow, motherfucker. I'm on my way to Jupiter.
He's like, David Goggins, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
I ran. Oh Lord. That's a good meme.
Oh
There's like
yeah.
Joey Diaz and Mike Tyson on there and
Yeah.
all the boys. All the boys you'd want to restart a civilization.
Oh yeah.
I love that. But so back to Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Hang up.
Nice. Nice.
Sorry, folks. Had to
Yeah.
had to make some room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bill Gates, this guy, when he was in college, he was living with these dudes, and they started like what was Microsoft for them. You
Yeah.
know, like it was like Micro Dash Soft, and it was this operating system that allowed you to use computers much more efficiently with little icons instead of having to draw like write the code in and punch it manually. You could hit an
Yep.
icon, it would write the code for you with the icon. It was like very revolutionary
Yep.
that they came up with this fucking idea. Um, but they were like, it started out from them all being these like 15-year-olds having like litigations with each other. Like they were like threatening to litigate over like stolen intellectual property at
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They were like super geniuses. They were
I
just
was
so
gonna
fucking
say it's
smart. They
genius
just
shit.
they didn't know how to play like kids. They got rights of being businessmen, you know? But
That's a great point.
that's how he's approached life is he's been a businessman for everything he's doing. And right now his business is like in like population control and like managing pandemics. Now he has a fucking I think he has his like PhD or master's at least in
Yeah.
what the fuck is it? It's like immunology or virology or something. He's like a
Yeah.
virologist now.
Yeah.
And he goes around talking about these different pandemics that could be and the WHO, for people that don't know, were huge integral parts in the fucking 2020 catastrophe.
Yep.
And the putting the pieces back together and implementing different policies in different countries. It was always the WHO and the NIH.
Yeah.
It was those two, coupled with the CDC, obviously. But
Yeah. Yeah. I saw some leaks that and this could be like super deep, like almost QAnon type stuff, but I saw some leaks that Bill Gates is already predicting another horrible virus coming soon. And this one's pretty much just gonna kill you, not
Jesus,
not be a common cold.
it's just gonna actually kill you this time, because
Yeah.
that's their goal, folks. They're eugenists, and they want control of all the shit. They
Yep.
want to wipe you out. because if you're out of the way, they don't have to feed you.
Yep.
And instead of paying you wage and then they take a little bit of tax, they just get everything.
Yeah.
It's theirs, and they don't have to ask for it. Did you know that he is the biggest owner of farmland in the United States?
Yes, dude. That shit's so scary.
He has more farmland than any other person,
Yeah.
which is terrifying.
It's horrifying. How's
He
that
wants
even
to
possible?
control, yeah, he wants to control the flow of food because, I mean, in my prediction, this is my hot take. What I think they want to do is they're going to do the same thing they did with corn and Monsanto, where they made a certain type of corn that was, you can't be killed by DDT.
Yeah.
And then they planted that, and then they got a patent on that, so nobody else could plant that seed. You had to only buy that seed from them,
Yeah.
and that's how they cornered the market on corn. But I think they want to do that with all the food
Yeah.
and just
100%.
patent their own little type of food that they can have and control.
Yeah.
And Bill Gates was one of the investors in the fucking seed vault. Have you heard of the seed vault?
Yeah. Yeah. The big secret thing for like when the world does end or
Yep.
whatever, they have seeds to regrow.
Yep. Bunch of original seeds from like
Yeah.
all the native plants that we have. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like it's a great collection.
Yeah,
But
I've seen that. It's in I think it's in Iceland, right?
mhm,
Iceland or Greenland.
somewhere cold, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Somewhere up north like that. But
Yeah.
it's a
That's
good
a
thing to
cool
have.
ass idea.
Yeah, it's a
I
good
don't
thing to
want Bill
have.
Gates owning it though,
No,
or
that's what I'm
investing in
saying. They shouldn't have
it.
control, and that they always do.
Yeah.
It's always the motherfuckers with these weird globalist ideas that have the power and have the money and
Yep.
have the say. Freaks me out.
Oh yeah.
The cone boy in the background, I see
Yeah,
walking
poor
around.
Conehead, Cone of Shame boy.
Oh, what happened to him? Is his paw?
Yeah, he split his paw open.
God damn it. A couple $100 later or something.
Several $100.
Shit.
Because in Newcastle, Colorado, if you're in Newcastle, Colorado, and you have pets, they get hurt on the weekend, you either have to go to Junction or Basalt. And they are very expensive because they're emergency visits.
God damn it.
Yep.
All the way to Basalt.
Yeah,
So
Glenwood
they
needs
just
an
can't get
emergency
hurt
vet.
on the weekend.
Yeah,
That's
keep them indoors, I guess.
what I'm hearing. No playing on the weekends. Oh shit. But um yeah, I think Bill Gates is one of these guys that he's vying for a stake in the control once things hit the fan. And I think he has some insider knowledge, like the rest of the elites, that some shit's gonna happen.
100%.
You know,
Because they
he
cause it.
yeah, he was on the Epstein list a couple of times, and he met
Yeah.
with Epstein, and his reasoning was like, he's like, well, that I shouldn't have met with him. Yeah, I didn't know, and I
Yeah.
found out afterwards, and that sucks.
Yeah.
That's like what he had to say about the matter. It's like, all right, dude, I understand
Like,
that, but
yeah.
multiple times.
That's bullshit, bro. Like, the only reason anyone ever went and met up with Epstein is because they knew what the fuck was going on.
They knew what Epstein was.
What else did he have to offer?
And if they didn't know what Epstein was, Epstein knew what they were all about and knew that they
Yeah.
were good sources of information for shit.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, Epstein was intelligence.
Oh yeah.
He was Mossad intelligence from the fucking Israeli like section of the CIA.
Yeah.
You know,
100%. Yeah.
there's Mossad, MI6, and CIA, and they're three branches of the same government. And it's
Yeah.
this like I feel like that's the controlling like there's like a person playing a claw machine, and then the claw is those dudes,
Yeah.
you know. But there's somebody that
Well,
controls those people as well.
yeah. Well, Epstein kind of got an enforcer job. If people don't know, one thing that the mega elites will do to people who come in, even if they don't really want to, is they'll find a way to set you up with a child or, homosexual acts and stuff like that. And
Yep.
so Epstein got the job as the enforcer. So I feel like when they're like, okay, we need to, enroll this guy, send him to Epstein.
Mm.
because Epstein was good and sneaky at that shit, you know?
And he just knew how to do it.
Yeah, you know how he would make it a massage and stuff like that, you know? He was sneaky and crafty. So I feel like he was the enforcer for blackmail. And in
Motherfucker.
addition to the CIA stuff, yeah.
I mean, because like, come on, who doesn't want to get a little fucking something on the massage?
Yeah, maybe in Thailand.
That's what I'm talking about, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody's got to know. It's at the massage parlor. Shit.
Yeah. And then it turns out the 15-year-old, you know? Fucking hell.
That's fucked up. Fucked up.
That I can't believe Netflix allowed that documentary to go out because it is so crazy.
Yeah.
You think they would have censored it?
Nope.
Nope.
They gave it right to the people.
Yeah, that one's a crazy one.
um, but I think that's good because you need to know what's happening.
Well, yeah,
And if you don't see it like that, you don't realize, like, wow, holy shit. Okay, wow,
yeah.
it's real. All right, back to Bill Gates. Excuse me. So, another thing that Bill and Melinda Gates did is they have the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation,
Yeah,
which does a lot of great work all across the world. They give out medicine and vaccinations to kids in Africa, and they have a bunch of these charities. And what I see it as is a tax shield.
yeah,
Personally, I think that's
100%.
it's their way to, they're making some stupid, fat, ridiculous money off of the software that Gates wrote and gave to everybody,
Yeah,
and all the other ventures that he has, that he needs somewhere to fucking hide a lot of that income and revenue that he's
yeah.
getting, and not hide it, but just hide the taxability of it.
Well, that's the number one thing. That's the easiest way to do it is, so many celebrities and super famous people all have charities
Yep, yep,
because it's nonprofit.
yeah.
So you can claim that you dump a shit ton of money into it. You really don't. It goes right back in your pocket and
I
it's
was
a
gonna
tax
say, did you
write-off.
know that you only have to, like, there's a figure, and I think only like 5% or
I've
maybe
seen this
less, like
report.
2%
I think it's
of
3 to 5. Yeah.
yeah, 3 to 5% of the money that your charity gets has to actually be used for the cause you say.
Yeah.
The rest can be skimmed and given to whoever's getting that money.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, do you want the money? Okay, you do all the litigation, get the whole,
Yeah.
whatever tax number you have to get for a nonprofit like that. I'm sure
And
there's
I think
different
that really
forms.
got blown up by the Hillary situation. I think they did some deep dives on her shit and found out that literally, like we've been saying, 95% of the money that was donated to the foundation
Just gets
didn't
probably
make it
probably gets rolled right back into the DNC
right back
and the
into an
Clinton Foundation.
offshore cryptocurrency account, you know? Crazy.
God. All it
Crazy,
comes
crazy.
down to, folks, is these fucking people are better at playing the game than you are.
Yeah.
And we just need to get a small loan of $1 million from our father. And
Yeah, I need that.
oh shit. No. That's just it's ridiculous for them to say that it's charity and claim that on the surface. You always have to look into the charity and see how much are they actually giving to the corporation or the foundations that they're saying they are,
Yeah, yeah,
because they'll tell you what percent. Like, usually you do a little dive and it'll tell you exactly how much percent of that money is being given. And if they don't tell you, maybe assume the worst,
yeah.
you know.
Well, here's one. Think about how much money is probably being invested to like children's hospitals and stuff.
Oh, I know.
At this point, we should be able to pay for all of that through charity.
I
But
know.
no, it's still, $300,000 for chemo, stuff like that.
Yep. Because they're getting their dime, dude. Oh my God. Medical industry is the industry to go into if you want some money,
Yeah,
because there's just so much money in it,
yeah,
a ridiculous amount. And you get a good amount of immunity in that field as well,
yeah.
you know.
Yep. I mean, we've talked about it, big pharma, billions and billions, probably trillions of dollars. So why would they actually sell you cures? Why would they
No,
fix anything?
they're not here to cure you. They need a fucking lifelong person that's going to come back for their thyroid medication, or somebody that's
Yes.
going to come and get insulin because they
Yep.
got diabetes. They
All
need you to
business.
come back. That's why they're making you sick. That's why everything you eat and drink is fucking bad for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But at the end of the day, that's why you just have to learn to grow your own food and like really try to limit your diet and the things that you eat to things that you know are sourced properly,
Yeah.
which is hard to do, especially with how delicious things that aren't sourced properly are.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'll tell you what, those little Chester fries, the hot, spicy Chester fries,
Yeah.
they're basically styrofoam with hot sauce on them
Yeah.
with some hot powder. It's so good.
Yep.
I could eat a whole bag. I could crush a bag and have no remorse.
Nope.
But you know how bad they are for you.
Yeah. Well, for me, the worst thing that I probably eat is hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's the same
I
shit.
put down
Yeah,
hot Cheetos, and right on the ingredients they have red 40, which is
yeah,
just a food dye that literally directly causes cancer. I've
yeah.
probably eaten 100,000 bags of hot Cheetos,
Dude,
you
I've
know?
put down a stupid, nasty amount of Chester fries, and it has the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
red 40 actually has I think it's like phytoestrogen or like it's something estrogen, which is basically
Yeah.
the precursor to estrogen. And so it just makes you feminine,
Yeah.
especially from a young age. It like really disrupts your hormone cycles.
Yep.
That's why they push it on these fucking kids. They make it so dope and they make them
Yeah.
Cheeto, the Chester guy, dope.
No, that's a huge thing. That's a great point. It's
They
deep
do.
conspiracy, but it's so
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Why are we having this crazy, crazy uprising of, you know, I don't know if I could even say it at this point, but why is there so many trans people now?
Oh, I know.
Why? Where did
It,
it come from?
I
You
think
know?
it's a couple of things, and I hope we don't get canceled for saying this because it's all love, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to. I'm here to help all the fucking people, and I just want to call it like it is and see what's going on. I
yeah,
think it's a mix of like mental health issues that people have
yeah,
that are growing in size because of things like social media and the bad food that we eat.
yep,
But then you've also got um, gender ideology that's being pushed through the schools from a very young age. And
yep,
I think that is a big factor in this.
yep,
And that's terrifying. And then you've got these parents who are basically they're virtue signaling parents who want to impose these values they have about the world on their kids,
yep.
which is another step to it, and which is a lot less common, but that's part of it. And
You get me
you know,
fired up in here.
I know, Jesus, we're gonna
No,
get
for real
canceled for
though.
this one, but
No, you get me
no,
fired up.
it's something that frustrates me too because I think
Yeah,
this is something that needs to be talked about because it's not okay, and
no,
it terrifies me for my daughter. I'm not gonna send her to school.
yeah,
She's gonna be homeschooled because they're gonna poison her brain
yep,
with all their gender ideology, and I don't want and all the other ideologies that they have for her. I could teach her math better than her fucking teacher could teach her math.
yeah. That's funny you say that. I've literally talked about this with Josie. I'm like, yeah, homeschool until high school, and then I'll give him a high school experience, but
High school's
homeschool
dope.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, high school's dope. And you need that high school experience. And I'm not saying the kid's not going to be socialized. They're going
yeah,
to be
yeah,
doing all sorts of shit. We're going to be playing pool together all the time. They're
yeah.
going to be in sports. I'm going to try and get them into public school plays and shit because that's important for character
You
building
can
too.
do all that. Yeah,
Yes, it's
100%.
there are options for things that you don't have to go through the school for. And right now, it's terrifying me because all these ideals are being pushed through the school. There's
Yeah,
no fucking reason that you need to be talking to my elementary school child about any sort of gender ideology or sexuality.
no,
Teach them their biology, which is tried and true science. We know that. We've seen
yep,
these things, and it's been
yep,
taught for at least 100 years. It's sound science, okay?
yep.
It doesn't need to be changed. Teach them that shit. Let them go into the world and let them figure it out for themselves. Do not impose any of your beliefs. I never knew any of my high school teachers' sexualities. I probably assumed they were straight. I had some flamboyant teachers,
Yeah, That's a
but
good point.
it
Yeah.
was I never knew what the sexuality of my teacher was. There was never any talk about like straight or gay or what. We just didn't talk about it.
That's a great point. Me neither. I
Why
couldn't
is it
name
talked
one.
about now? We like it's not a focus. Talk to my kid about math or
Yeah.
philosophy or science. Don't talk to my kid about your weird insecurities or hangups about your own sexuality.
Yeah.
There's no room for that in my kid's mind.
Yeah. I mean, you're just fucking spitting facts right now, brother.
God damn it.
I can't say it any better. But yeah, you're really
Yeah, I
onto
get
something.
riled up. You
I
see,
know.
you
I know
started
because
the
you have
engine.
a fucking kid now.
Yes, and it terrifies me. And I see all this shit, and especially the things that are happening in Canada. Folks, did you know that in Canada, kids are allowed to get gender reassignment surgery starting, I'm pretty sure it's at like 13, without the
Yeah,
knowledge of their parents through school.
through school.
Yeah. They don't need the knowledge or the permission of their parents. They can just go to school one day, get transitioned, come home.
Yeah, I think we talked about the story, and by the way, they're trying to do that in America hard. Um, anyways, I think we talked about it. The Canadian father did not approve, obviously,
Yeah.
and so he appealed it hard, and the kid went to the teacher, and they went ahead and did it anyway. And the father tried to sue the system,
Which is
and
correct. That's a
they ended
correct
up
assessment.
ended up putting him in jail,
Yeah.
and he had to come to America so that he could be free. It's an insane story.
No, and he didn't even get free from America. You know what they did is they fucking he got a media ban in Canada. They weren't allowed to show his face or say his name on any of the media platforms, which
Yeah,
basically like you okay, then nobody can talk about it now. Nobody's going to hear about this fucking story. So then he goes to America hoping to get his story out.
that's right.
He gets arrested. This liberal judge that here in America says, "Okay, well, you're committing treason by leaving your country and committing the same crimes here. You need to go back." And they put him in jail in
Yep.
Canada
Yep.
because his fucking kid made the decision. His child, who they don't, you don't trust your child to get a goddamn tattoo. They can't get a tattoo. They're they're not allowed. A lot of kids at 13 aren't allowed to have a fucking phone.
Yeah.
I didn't have a phone until I could afford a phone, which is at
Yeah.
like 14 or 15. But or have sex for that matter. A lot of these parents that would be super okay with their kids getting a transition would feel weird about a boy staying over or a girl staying over.
Yeah.
But no, sure, go get genital mutilation. That's perfectly fine with
No,
everybody.
exactly. Why is it not just like a when you turn 18 type of thing? Then do
That's
whatever
a
you want, you
that's what it
know?
should be because then it's out of everybody's hands. Just
Yeah.
like if you go into the military, you could die in the military.
Yeah.
They salute you. They're like, thanks for doing it. And they pat you on the
Yeah.
back. And not saying anything bad. Like the military is great. And like, who knows? I might fucking go into the military one day if
Yeah.
the circumstances are right. But I don't know. What it comes down to is letting kids make these kind of decisions at that age is not
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of video games that I couldn't play at
Right.
13. You know, like my parents were
Same.
weird and I had to sneak the video games that I wanted to play. But it's like now that Annie's been upped and it's like, I don't know.
Oh,
It's
dude.
because our kids' minds are being poisoned. I think it's
Yeah.
social media that's
It
like
is.
pushing it really hard.
God, I love to talk about this. You don't see this crazy change in mindsets, and I'll just be blunt with it, the pussification of males
Yeah, yeah.
and shit like that until everybody has a cell phone
I know it.
and a super I'm not it's not a cell phone, it's a small super machine. It's a small computer
It's
that
a
you have
small
in your
brain,
pocket
so you don't have to think.
that you have access to anything. And
Yeah,
so kids are just getting fed whatever they're supposed to be getting fed on their phone at a
I know
young
it.
age at their most influential stage of life. Now, I'm not
I
saying
know.
every parent is perfect. There's some shithole parents out there, and those kids do need help. So it's a hard subject, but the kids consume so much on their phone.
Yep.
And what is social media controlled by?
Yep.
Politicians.
Yep.
So
The people at the top.
yeah. It sucks. Yeah, I mean, you can just see it when you see the younger generation. They're super introverted, you know. They have crazy ideology and they don't get to go outside and learn stuff
No. Well, and
and
you know
be
what
a
I found a
kid.
lot with like the younger generation as well? They don't have a very good time like interacting with other people.
Not at all.
Like they can't hang. When I was a kid, I could hang with the adults
Yes.
and they enjoyed my company. It's not like I like they were just like letting me hang. It's like I was there to kick it with the
Yeah.
fucking my dad and his friends, and it's like I
Yeah.
wasn't being a nuisance to them.
Yep.
But it seems, and this might just be me, whining, but it seems like kids are fucking a much bigger nuisance now.
Yeah.
You know, like they just I don't know. And who knows, maybe I was that fucking cringy and was a nuisance like that when
No,
I was
but it's
younger.
different though. Like
I think it is.
100% it's different.
Well, it's like we live in the TikTok and Fortnite culture now,
Yeah.
which are so different than the games we used to play and the shit we used to indulge in.
Yeah.
At the times, like the attention span has shrunken down and shriveled up,
Yeah.
and it's almost non-existent. You know,
Yeah. I talk about this all the time, Cameron. You and I came in at the perfect age. We just barely missed the freaking bar,
we did. We got
because
lucky.
I obviously was a cringy kid. I did have Vine and Facebook and stuff, and
Vine
so
was
like
sick
it
though.
kind of influenced me. I wanted to be hipster and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but like just a little bit. That was just a little bit.
it wasn't enough. It came in late enough that it like wasn't enough to shape my personality.
Yes, I could still have no problem walking up to my girlfriend's dad and shaking his hand and introducing myself and talking to
Goddamn
him and
right.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Nowadays, like my sisters are dating and stuff, and their boyfriends are cool, but like they're very quiet and like
Yeah,
weird, and you're like, okay, yeah, you must be a TikTok kid, you know?
exactly. Exactly. Well, and I know I see that. I feel like a weirdo. I'll hang out with like anybody that's younger than me. Like we were just up in the valley visiting family, and
Yeah,
we were with my girl's sister, and we were up hanging out with a bunch of her friends, and then my sister as well, and her boyfriend, a bunch of younger people.
yeah,
And I noticed that it's like the hang was just way different than when I was younger.
yes,
You know, and they almost look at you like you're a weirdo if you have too much to say.
right,
That's
yeah,
what I've found.
yeah.
Ah, such weird
So,
times, man.
yeah. And the
Such weird
cause is
times.
what you touched on. It's a serious thing. It's like they're just cramming food with, I love how you said estrogen,
Yeah.
making everyone softer, you know. Too
Soy
much
boys.
estrogen is bad for females too.
It's bad for anybody.
Like, yeah, that's their main hormone or whatever for growth and everything, but too much of it, just like too much testosterone will kill you, you know?
Correct. You need a balance of everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's frustrating. We took a big old tangent on this all the gender shit, but that's all right. It
I
needs
think
to be
it's
talked about.
I think it's good conversation. Yeah. Fucking
It needs to
when
be
I was a
talked about
kid, my
bad.
favorite thing to do was walk up on the mountain behind my house and build a fort.
Fuck yeah, go kick some rocks.
Yeah, get a stick and turn it into a spear and throw it at the trees, you know?
That's
Like,
that's dope shit.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember, yeah. My favorite thing to do when I was a kid, I would take my GI Joes up into the mountain and let them do some
Battles.
boots on the ground war type
Yeah,
shit, you
yeah,
know.
that's badass.
Kids
But
don't
yeah,
do that anymore. Everybody just plays Minecraft and Fortnite.
yeah. And video games are great. I'm fucking addicted to video games still.
Well, and me too.
But as
Me
a
too.
child, a real child, when
Yeah.
you're most influential, you know?
Well, and honestly, that probably goes on the parents. Like, I'm sure your parents, just like mine, I couldn't play games.
Yeah,
It wasn't possible for me to play any games at night or for too long.
right.
It's like that just wasn't an option,
Yeah.
you know? But now, or a cell phone for that matter. I didn't get a cell phone till I was like 14. and
Yeah.
it was a flip phone,
Yeah.
and I had
I
a
got a flip
flip
phone
phone
too.
till I was like 16. You know,
Mine wasn't that long, but yeah.
finally got the iPhone, but I had worked for my shit. You know, that was my deal that I had with my parents. It's like you can get a phone and you can have your phone when you can afford a phone.
Yeah.
Because that they were like, then you can show me that you can afford your shit and you
Yeah.
actually want something. And honestly, it taught me work ethic. It's like here, we're not just going to give you things.
Yeah.
Like there are things that cost money, and this is how much it costs. This is how much we pay for ours. You can have yours if you pay that too,
Yeah.
which is such a valuable thing. I
Yeah.
think it's an invaluable skill that I have now.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
use it
Yeah.
in every aspect.
I didn't even get an iPhone first. I got an iPod 4, 4S or whatever.
So I had an iPod from a young age. Before I had a phone, I had
Yeah.
gotten an iPod.
Yeah.
I think it was something I had saved up for it, and then like family helped too. They like saw me saving,
Yeah.
and were like, "All right, we'll match you."
Pitch
Like
in
we
a
see
little.
you exactly,
Support the
exactly.
cause.
What I'm
You
talking about.
jailbreak that motherfucker?
Of course,
Yeah.
come
That
on.
was the craziest shit, dude.
That was a wild time. What I loved were the different like slides that you could get.
Yeah.
Remember, it used to be just the one bar at the bottom you'd slide to the side.
Yeah.
But then if you jailbroke it, you could roll it up and the whole screen would like mosaic flip and
Yeah.
like you could do so much. There's so much more you could do with it.
Me and Ray had one that was like you slide a ray gun into a mystery box. You know, like type shit.
I love it. It's so badass.
Yeah.
That was the Wild West of like old hacking type shit. They would just like create a little software that works for the iPhone, but
Yeah.
iPhone didn't allow. So you could break your iPhone off from their software and do it for ours.
Yep.
Worst part was you just couldn't update. It was
True.
stuck where it was.
That's true.
You'd have to do it every time.
Do it again. Yeah.
Those were the good old days, man.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss that. I remember not knowing how to jailbreak my phone, but I would pay homies at school to do it for me.
Me too. Yeah. I never knew how to fucking do it.
You'd have to like honestly I did know, but I did not trust myself enough to like do it properly.
Yeah. I saw the YouTube video or
Yeah, you
whatever,
had to
but
download software and I was like, no. My dad tells me never download shit. I'm not gonna download anything on this
yeah.
shit. Like and he is probably for good measure.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's
All
cool,
right,
man.
my friend. You got anything else?
Well, dude, yes, actually really quick before we
Yeah.
sign off, let's talk about the submarine, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, craziness. I'm pretty sure at this point right now they have less than 24 hours of oxygen.
Yep. Yep.
The,
So
the,
for the folks that don't know, currently, as we record this right now, there is a billionaire and four other people stuck on a submarine that was going to go tour the Titanic. And yeah, they've been lost. I think it was like a Coast Guard guy driving or something, right?
yeah,
Coast Guard, yeah. And they are trying to find them like hell. They don't have a lot of oxygen left. I think it was like 40 hours when they went.
that was yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
So they're running down. Avery,
um,
what are your thoughts on this?
yeah, insanity. I saw a post. I don't know if it was a troll, but I'm pretty sure it was like official that the sub they're in was controlled by a literal video game controller. You see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, the
Um,
Logitech, yeah, like 30 bucks
yeah,
or some
that's
shit.
first of all, that's insane. Second of all, yeah, it was $250,000 a ticket to go on this tour. Third of
Imagine
all,
imagine getting down to the bottom and realizing that's only the fucking it's not the
yeah,
round way trip.
yeah.
It's just
So we can get into this real quick. How do you get lost on a submarine? Unless they're going through caves and stuff like that, how do you not pull up?
unless
Pull the
they got
fucker up.
I think they got swallowed by the Kraken, Avery.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what happened? Did the megalodon
The
reoccur?
Megalodon.
Like, what the hell? Or maybe the Titanic really is cursed and those people are enjoying a 19 whatever it was dinner. All those people on the submarine woke up and they're watching an opera on the Titanic. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, imagine. There's like a time meld and they're just like eating
Yeah,
shit. Oh,
yeah. But no, yeah. How is it lost?
It doesn't make any sense.
I just saw a post today that said that they think they heard like a sound signal.
Yeah, so what they think the sound was, because it was like this continuous banging. So they
Yeah.
think it was like somebody knocking or banging on the side of the fucking sub.
Wow.
Maybe. We don't know. We don't know.
I guess maybe they just lost controls and they're just buried deep on the floor. I don't know.
Imagine they're just fucking dug in somewhere,
Yeah.
hoping they get pulled out. I heard they don't have a bathroom on there.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, how could you have a bathroom on there?
I don't know. Isn't
Unless
that
it's just a
fucked?
small tank, you know? That's
It's
that's fucking full.
fucked.
Well,
There's shit and piss in there right now. I know
it's
it.
just like the cruise horror stories where you get trapped on a cruise and the toilets shut off. Everyone's pooping on the deck.
You just got to poop off the boat. Yeah.
Dude, I don't get it. Um,
Oh, fuck that.
no, that's insanity though. There's a cryptocurrency like stake bets going on if they'll find it or not.
That's awesome. Those are the best over unders. What's the plus?
I don't remember. It's not that high though. I think it's like 1200.
A 1200 plus that they won't find it?
Yeah.
That's a
Or
good
that they
bet.
or that they do find it. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're not betting that they're gonna find it.
Yeah, I don't think they are. They're done for, unfortunately.
Well, you play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes, kids.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell
I'm
you.
cool. I'm cool on ever getting on a submarine whatsoever.
Submarines, I don't trust. I don't even trust boats.
No,
Barely. I barely trust boats.
I don't want to go on a cruise.
I get a little freaked out with a fucking boat.
I don't want to go on a cruise and have to shit on the deck in front of a bunch of people, dude. Like,
Dude,
nah.
imagine imagine you have to fucking shit in front of a bunch of people,
I'm
all
serious,
your
dude. Look up,
family and friends.
just look up poop yacht horror story. You have to look it up.
All right, folks, you have homework. Poop yacht.
Say it. Yeah, just type that in. It'll pop right up.
Ah, that's so nasty. I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I'd probably fucking puke. I'd be so good about it. I would poop in a way. I'd like maybe like poop in like a napkin and just throw it way off the boat because I'm civilized. That's what I do.
Oh, that is awesome. All right, brother. I know
Yeah.
it's 11 o'clock for you. You
Yeah,
want to
dude.
call it?
It's that fucking time.
Yeah,
Man, I had a pleasure getting back to it.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get more regular with these.
Yeah,
I've been slacking a little bit. I've been on the work grind, but I'm back to my regular routine. So
of course. Yeah, I got a packed weekend. I got some birthdays here in the house, but
cool, man.
if you want to go again, like on Friday or something,
I'm down.
whatever,
I'm down, dude. I'll hit you up.
All right.
We'll coordinate something. Maybe we'll get a guest. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, man. Folks, thanks for tuning in. You know the deal. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe. Uh,
Patreon,
yeah, buddy.
stickers.
Patreon. Follow the Patreon. You'll get yourself a sticker. I'll send it out. I'll send you a little note.
We're gonna become like any other basic podcast and start releasing like supplements for whatever reason, you
Yep.
know.
Supplements, dick pills.
Yeah, the
It's
pinky
coming your way.
enlarger.
Yeah.
All right,
uh,
man.
that's what we're gonna do. We're bringing it here for you, folks. So the least you could do is just like and subscribe.
Yeah, I thought I like it.
Peace.